Hey everybody, Jordan here. Welcome back to another LEGO City update. I've been putting quite a bit of work into the LEGO City and we're finally moving in to that detail phase, which is really exciting. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the detail work that we've done and also share with you some plans that we plan to do as we move forward into the future. Keep in mind it's still a work in progress, as LEGO Cities always are. But I'm really excited to show you some of the detail work that we've been working on because I think it's starting to look pretty good in some sectors of the LEGO City, although there is still lots to do, of course. We started over here in the sort of the water area. Recently we moved our beach over here into this water area just to consolidate our water, and I think it looks pretty fantastic. Now, the boatyard is pretty crowded, but I do have a plan for Pirates of Barracuda Bay, and it will be going back to the island, and I'll share with you where I plan on putting that as we move way back over there into the LEGO City. But what I'm really excited to show you guys today is the rock work here. I've finally taken those MERP, or medium ugly rock pieces, that's what MERP stands for, and I've dulled them up. And I've put some slopes on there, some cheese wedges, also some bushes and all that. And you'll see that right here on the pier that sort of comes out. It's a rock edge that comes out all the way over to here and allows minifigs to access our boat dock. The boat dock's looking pretty good. One thing I really like about the pier is the different colors of brown and nougat that it has. So I would like to get more of these tiles and keep that consistent on our boat dock. I think that would look really good. Well, you can see we've added quite a bit of complexity and quite a bit of pieces in dark bluish gray, light bluish gray, slopes, also plant elements onto our rock edge to make it look pretty cool. Originally, I was intending on making some sort of custom lighthouse and putting it right here on the end. I don't know, that might crowd it. As always, if you guys have ideas or suggestions as we go through this video, just make sure you let me know by commenting below. Do you guys like the idea of a lighthouse there, or will it make it too crowded and take away from the old fishing store? Just keep in mind, I don't want to make any radical changes here as I'm looking to move forward with making more details or adding more details to the city. We actually added a lot of pieces here to our beach as well. You can see we added some of these dark tan elements all to the water here and to the sand, giving it a wet texture. And also we've added a lot of the regular tan pieces just to texture our beach, and it looks pretty good. There is one thing that's missing here, and that's minifigures. I'm not going to place minifigures until I'm ready to place minifigures. We'll probably do that during a live stream. Here on the beach here, we've got a bar as well. And also this little rental shack, which is actually from the Friends Party Boat. And that's the Friends Party Boat right here. What I plan on doing is taking some of the elements from that and adding them to our own custom MOC right here, which is our own rental shack. That's not done yet. Still got to do the details in it, but I think it looks pretty neat. And that's actually centered between the different cabanas of different colors and different sizes that we have here on the beach. Just in behind that, you'll actually see more of that rock work all along under here. And what I've done is added a little boardwalk on top of that rock work, and you'll see there's just a couple, or one brick staircase leading up top there. And those serve as the patios or boardwalk for our beach houses, which are just above the beach there. And I think it looks pretty good. Obviously, still lots of detail work that we need to add. It's pretty crazy though. I've put about, I'd say about 16 to 18 hours of detail work into the city, and this is what I've got done so far. So it takes quite a bit of time. Some other stuff that we did here in the LEGO City is we actually added some more detail to our train yard and reorganized our train yard as well. We've moved it so that it opened up this space here for our beach. Also, I've extended this overhead crane. You'll see some of the rails on the bottom there are dark bluish gray rather than light bluish gray. So I've added more of those so that the crane can go the full length of the boat dock. Also, I've blended in the seam between the table there using some dark bluish gray topped with black tiles. I think it looks better than using the rock edges, just so the boats can get a little bit closer to that overhead crane. And then there's another overhead crane just in the train yard there. So this overhead crane will extend over to here. And then this overhead crane in the train yard will go over there. So I think that works pretty nicely, and you can see there's lots of parking for our trains in the train yard. And it's definitely taken a lot of changes to make it look like that and to give the ocean and boat docks the proper amount of space. So this is probably the most detailed area in the city. Well, this and also the campground right over here. And I'm really excited to move forward with making more details as we move into the future. The residential buildings are a little bit rough right now. Definitely got to redo a lot of the path work here, do some more plants, pick some stuff up, clean them all up, dust them up, stuff like that. And same with the factory. I still have to work on the factory. I still have to fix it up, add some more details, finish our elevator, add the smokestack, add the smoke coming out of the top of the mock, all sorts of stuff like that. And same with the shrimp shack. I have to modularize that somehow, put it either there or over here, probably right there, probably be the best spot for it. And that'll be where the shrimp shack will go. And then there's all sorts of ideas that we can add to this boardwalk here, such as telescopes and different fun activities. And that's same with the beach too. We're gonna add volleyball, all that stuff there. And I just gotta slowly chip away at it. You know, it's a fine line. I gotta make sure that I upload videos every day here on the channel, and also work on this content, and also work on the details of the Lego City. Details take quite some time. Like I was saying, I've put 16 hours into detailing this section here. I've also moved the haunted house. Haunted house actually used to be right here in a 4-plate quadrant. So what I did is I took these road plates and I moved them back. And this actually gave the haunted house another half base plate by 2. So that's actually 1 full base plate, as it took up the room by the train there. And what I plan on doing is using some more of those merps and burps and dark bluish gray elements, and actually raising up this haunted house by 1 merp and making like a rocky staircase going up on either side to the haunted house. And then it's going to be overshadowing or over top of the graveyard. So that's what I plan on doing. I think this is a lot better. And when we raise that up, it's going to add a nice little hill to this area here. And we could even put caves underneath for like the vampires and stuff like that. So that's a new mock that I have going, and I'm really excited to move forward with that as well. I think one of the best looking places in the Lego City and most complete right now is definitely the campground. I need to probably extend the little creek going through the campground somehow, and have like a little road or a little, a little bridge going over top of the creek that runs through here off the gravel road. I have a lot of the deciduous trees on order. It's like these ones here, but they're actually the 2x2 cylinders. And that is going to be, or like the 2x2 modified circular bricks, and we're going to be able to create a lot bigger trees and a lot more trees as we move forward into the future as well. With that said, one thing I forgot to mention about the beach as well is I've got, I think, 14 palm trees on order. So 14 palm trees going onto the beach as well. So when we place the minifigures, we're going to have 14 palm trees. It's going to look really, really good. So that's the plans for this little section of the Lego City over here. More beach details, minifigures, completing some of the mocks, cleaning up the residential area, bringing up that haunted house up onto a hillside, adding more trees and more details to this area, and also probably a little creek. Also, you'll note that there's half base plates open all along here. It looks sort of empty. I could just put trees and stuff like that there, but eventually I want to make little miniature houses all the way along here and really fill this area up. There's a lot of space here. There's a lot of road. And I would like to tile all that as well. So tiling all the road, filling up all the extra space, and adding more detail is our goal. Lego cities take a lot of time. They take a lot of resources, especially when you're working hard to make videos every single day. I've moved the Vestas wind turbine back here behind the police station. I'm probably going to put like a little electrical power distribution plant right back there. I think that would look pretty awesome. And I've started working on the amusement park, and we're going to touch on that right now. You'll see there's lots of open space here. I have the parts and pieces open or on order here so that we can create our entrance there. We're also going to make a little plaza right here with a fountain, maybe some trees and stuff like that. So that's the entrance to the amusement park with some queues and whatnot. And then of course, nothing has changed, but we have to build our platform 9 3/4 in our restaurant there as well. Lots of changes going to be coming up here for the amusement park. and I'm really excited to show them to you right now. Also, all of these base plates are open here for the taking for future custom modulars or rebrickable modulars that we have to do using the parts and pieces from Big Ben, Sesame Street, and many others. Ninjago platform, I have 60 MERPs on order, so we have the medium ugly rock pieces on order. That's going to allow us to create our rock edges all the way along here and blend this in nicely. And there's a lot of things that we could do underneath the platform as well. And that's just another project, but I'm slowly over time, we're going to get all this stuff done, and I'm really excited about it. What's going to happen is there's going to be some water that's going to come down here off a waterfall. And the waterfall is going to pool into an area of water down here, and that's where we're going to put Pirates of Barracuda Bay. So it's going to be 9 base plates. Each one of these is 1.5 base plates, so it's 2 by 2, so 9 base plates right here, all water, and that's where Pirates of Barracuda Bay is going to be. And I think we're going to put a lazy river around the base of Pirates of Barracuda Bay. Our entrance will come in here, then we have our Ferris wheel right there, also our UFO carousel. Probably have to modularize that somehow and put it in here, build it up so that it's looks more permanent in the amusement park. And then we have our carousel there, our large Disney castle on its large platform with the train tunnels, and the stages probably have flowers and bushes and stuff like that. In the past, I've tiled my entire amusement park using 1x1 circulars because they were on green plate, but now I've decided to put it on gray plate, and now I can just create grassed areas with flowers, bushes, trees, stuff like that. Rather than having to pave the sidewalks, now I just have to put green plates down to indicate grass and make other details like that. And I'm sure we'll get some hills and stuff in here as well. Maybe, you know, 2 bricks off the ground, and we'll blend it in with slopes and stuff like that, just to get some different heights and different levels in here in a smaller scale, maybe in like a 10 by 10 stud, you know, little plot that's a little bit raised and stuff like that. So I'm sure we'll add a lot of details like that, but slowly over time, right? One thing that I'm really excited about is I started adding a really rough draft here for my go-kart track. So you'll see the dark bluish gray 1x2s. Yes, they're all 1x2s. I've got a lot of them. I bought 5 cups off the Pick a Brick wall. I could not pass up on those. But this is my go-kart track right here. You can see it zooms around the roller coaster, and then we have our haunted house right here. You'll see a large 48 by 48 gray base plate is missing right there. I've got some ideas, and I'm going to tell you those in a moment here. But what I could do, and what I probably will do, is have like, sorry, let's back up a little bit. First thing I got to do is add the red and white berms going around the corners, and also tires and stuff like that, and add a lot of detail. This is just in the very early stage of its production. And then once we get the track all laid out, and we have the edge walls going all the way around, and we have the tires and everything like that, then I can get ready to move into a detail phase. So when you see open spaces like this, what I could do is put like brick-built animals there, or trees and bushes and other details, things that guests can see when they're zooming around the go-kart track. Now, the mixer is going to be sitting on a 48 by 48 base plate right there, but it's going to be raised up off the ground. And there's going to be a little pathway that comes up and over the track right here, so people can enter this little area right here, access the roller coaster, access the haunted house, and then the entrance to the go-kart track is going to be right here. And this is where the go-karts will line up, and then they'll zoom around the track, and that's where the queue will be and everything like that. Now, what we're going to do with the mixer right there is we're going to integrate food stands, washrooms, and also a tunnel for the go-kart track underneath the mixer. So this is the mixer right here. We're going to raise it up probably 1, maybe 2, probably about that high. I don't know why I was saying 1 or 2. I was thinking in MERPs, but we're actually not going to do it in MERPs. We're going to do it in white. So I'm going to make white walls, just because I think that's going to add a nice pop of color to the amusement park. And then under this section right here will be our washrooms. And then under this section right here will be our food stands. And the way it actually sits is like this. So like that. And then food stands here, sorry, and washrooms here. And then there'll also be a staircase leading up to the mixer that will be raised off the ground. The benefit I get from raising the mixer up off the ground is I save a bunch of space, and I can put stuff underneath it. and that's going to conserve a bunch of space for us in the amusement park. I think it's going to look really good though. You know, you got your body of water there, you got some rides, you got some different plants and bushes and trees and hills and whatnot. You've got the entrance to the train station, you got the Disney Castle, amusement, so you got the haunted house, and then the go-kart track, and also the roller coaster right in this section here. And then we'll have to add barricade walls all the way around. Holy smokes, lots of stuff to do. As you can tell, I'm excited to progress into the future with you guys as we continue building this city. It's absolutely crazy how much time and effort it takes, but I'm really excited about moving forward. And this area is where we put most of our effort in the last few days, and it looks really, really, really good. I'm really satisfied with the rock pieces and the way that this looks, and just the texture of the beach and everything looks fantastic. I can't wait to continue making more changes and adding more details, and also start to add Lego minifigures, which is going to be really cool. Raising up that is going to be fantastic. I just cannot wait to continue progressing just slowly over time. It's, you know, it just takes time, everyone. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe. Holy smokes, I need a drink of water. That was a lot of talking. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you real soon.